You know guys, scripts might be the one thing why your channel is not growing and why it's not growing at speed you want to. Because as soon as you're following script, you are putting yourself kind of self-made prison that you have made for yourself and you can't escape it because all you think about is the next line that you have to say and you're not living present moment anymore with the camera and your audience and people feel it through the screen. So what is a better option for you to do when you are creating videos? Because I thought the same thing. I was like, I'm gonna prepare, I'm gonna write down every single thing that I want to say, but when I started doing it, I felt like I cannot fluently deliver what I want to say. I was just stuck in my thoughts about what I have to say to get from point to point to point to point. And when I got off the script and thought about maybe other things that correlate with the thing that I was talking about, I was like, no, you can't say that because it doesn't follow then afterwards what I have to say by the script. And it just makes your videos rigid and you can feel that they are not authentic anymore, that they have lost the rhythm of natural speech, if that makes sense. At least when I watch videos, I can see when people are truly there one-on-one and are just talking to you and are not analyzing every single thing in their head what they're supposed to say. I have made bullet points of this video, nothing else. Literally bullet points that keeps me on a track but doesn't put me in a prison of my own thoughts, of my own ideas. It lets me freely go from bullet point to bullet point, and that helps me put my thoughts and ideas and opinions across much easier without any restrictions. So if you have felt that you are making videos and you're putting 110% of yourself in them and you feel like script writing works for you, great. But if you are a person like me who feels like script writing and scripts in general are holding you back from succeeding in a way you want to, just scrap them. Put some bullet points down of idea that you have and just go through it like variation through the variation. It doesn't have to be put in stone when you are creating videos. You need to be fluid and flexible in the way you talk, because as soon as you are not, people feel it. I feel it when I watch people on my YouTube subscriptions and I'm like, now you are literally following the script and it's so noticeable that you are not present with the viewer. You are just kind of delivering these lines like a statements of some sort that is like the only way right how you can say it. And you lose the realness and you lose the emotion, you lose the real first the way how you said it, because like when I wrote scripts, I mess up the words, I need to redo it, I need to say it again, need to say it again. And you just lose the feeling, you lose how you once said it, but the first try, and how it was in your head essentially, because you kind of get sick of how you need to say the same words again and again and again, and it doesn't work. And you can also tell it in the edit. If you can feel from your people that you watch on YouTube, whatever it is, if there's a lot of cuts in between, and it's not like zoom in, zoom out, cuts in, but like you can feel that they have cut out words or sentences, or it feels like abrupt, it's because they have tried it so many times to say the same thing and they just could not do it. You know, obviously you will mess up also when you're just talking like this, like there will be cuts on this video obviously, but they just to cut out those ums and as and which we don't usually include in videos to make it more rapid. But I know the people also love to be just natural and be, if you say you keep it in there and keep on moving, because that's real life, that's how we conversate with each other in real life, you know. And people like that, people like to be one-on-one, people like that you are in a thought process how you are, that you don't adjust yourself. You don't do that in real life. You don't go out with your friends or your family members and have a script in mind how you're gonna talk with them, you know. It just comes naturally and it changes, it expands, it goes somewhere else where you didn't think it would go. And there's the beauty of human brain, that you can diverse and you can expand and you can touch on the topics in the topic, and you don't need to restrict yourself because it would not match with the next point that you need to talk about. Like, I have multiple different points, and I don't think if I have even touched them. I wrote down like rhythm, thought process, fluidity, present, coherent, less cuts, honest, real time. Let you be real and not act out what you have written down beforehand. And I forgot about that last point. Like, I basically have talked about all the bullet points because it's in my brain, but I don't have specific wording how I'm going to talk in this video. I just know my point. I know what I want to say, and it should come naturally. And about this acting out part, it truly feels like when you say the same words out 15,000 times on a row, it feels like you are acting and you're doing this for the camera, and it's not anymore authentic, and I hated it. And when I was editing myself, I was like, this feels so forced and so not natural. That this is not how I speak. This is not how I would always like talk with people. It feels odd. It feels cold. It doesn't feel human. It feels so structured and so rigid that it's not like I would not listen to myself, if that makes sense. I would be like, well, it seems so put together and fabricated in a way that there's no realness. Like, where's your true personality? Where's your true energy? Where's your passion for the thing that you are talking about? And scripts, I feel like, are stealing that from creators and people. And as I said, if scripts work for you and you are like a fish in the water in your scripts, great, amazing. But if you are not, stop pushing it. Or if you want to be perfect with your scripts, you need to memorize them basically word by word. And in my opinion, it's not just worth it. It's not worth it to sit there for hours and hours to learn a script, because it's not an act. At the same time, we are in front of the cameras, real human beings, with real thoughts, with real emotions, real passions. And I think that in this way, it's such a better way to convey your thoughts and emotions and values through the camera, just being fluid without hard lines that we need to follow. So I hope this makes sense to you. I hope that it catches you, and maybe you haven't even thought about this beforehand and you thought that this is the way to go, because so many people think that and say that you have to have such a structure to every single thing that you do. You have to extent, like with bullet points. Yeah, it helps you follow your video, but also if you need script to that extent, I don't think you need to talk about the topic that you're talking about, because if you are not comfortable with a topic, you need that much of a level script for yourself to follow through the video. Maybe you need to sit with that topic with yourself and think about or learn about it, so you feel like a fish in the water in that topic, and you don't need to have everything written down for yourself. If you can fluidly just go through the thoughts that you want to say, it comes natural to you, from you to the camera, I think that's the way to go. And that's the only way when you should talk about a topic. Because if you're not and you need something to look up to and be like, what did I say? If there's some certain things that you are not familiar yet, maybe don't push it, don't force it. Of course, there's times and places where you need some specific thing that you put down, be like, okay, this is important and it doesn't stick in my brain naturally. I need this little add this little knowledge point, this bubble to my audience, because I think this is gonna be valuable, of course. But if it's like point after point, no, that's not how it works. It shouldn't work that way. And also, you're just gonna burn out of faking your own words, acting them out, and you just feel like you're self-made prison. So have you felt that way? Have you noticed that by creating scripts, you are putting yourself in such a thick boundaries that you don't see light outside of it, and when you do, you lose track of your thought and you don't know how to get back to the point where you were, or you try to talk again and try to talk the same thing but in a different way, so it kind of fits with the next points that you have, because I have done that and it doesn't feel natural at all. So have you changed your thoughts about script? Have you gone just with the bullet points? And if you are a script person, how do you do it? Let us know. All of us who are not the ones who are in this script world, we are kind of on our thoughts that are just flowing around and we just grab them as we go. So I hope this video helped you in some way to be more confident in yourself just with the bullet points and just go with the flow and talk your mind fluidly and just naturally with your emotion, with your passion, that it's not fake, it's not scripted, and it's not cut and cut and cut and cut to get your point across. So I hope to help you out. If you like these types of videos, give it a subscribe, give it a thumbs up, click that notification bell so you are notified every single time I upload a video like this. And I don't think I have said this on this channel yet, and I would love for you to join this channel and yeah, to explore a lot of different topics about mental health, about the physical health, about creation of YouTube videos in general, and just brand and business in a way on behind the scenes, and how to keep yourself level-headed. And if that sounds good to you, hit that subscribe yet again, and yeah, I will see you soon again with the next video. So yeah, bye.